welcome you back for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. And the Vikings set to go on offense to begin the third quarter. And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
But if there's ever a chance to regroup, it's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They played great all year long. That was the worst first half of the season for them. They're hoping to put it behind them and come out punching here in the second half.
Second down, they go right back to Cook. They'll get 4 on second down, but it leaves them with third and still 9 to go.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On third down, Cousins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Fielded at about the 28. And spins away. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes Davante Adams in the offense for their next drive. A monster game so far, third quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers, though, who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just always find a way. And he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover. To throw on second and 10. Carr. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even...
Touchdown! T.J. Hockenson, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Vikings take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Joseph connects on the extra point. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Looking deep for Adams. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown Raiders. Davante Adams. 73 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. And now out comes Minnesota. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Cousins. And he comes back with one complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Cousins now. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. This is taken at the 23. Able to slither by. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Bolden. Oh, he shifts past him. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas 1st down. Now Carr. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, 32 yards. And the Raiders have now opened up a 7-touchdown lead. Unbelievable. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. To throw, Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson. That'll bring up 2nd down.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw complete to his receiver, Thielen. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Again, it's Cousins. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Carr. And now here is another interception. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's the defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Cousins to throw it. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now Cousins. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Cook. Going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Here's Cousins. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. T.J. Hockenson with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Vikings are able to at least get one score back. Joseph connects on the extra point. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. The Carr's throw taken in by Adams. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. Here's Carr. It's caught left side, Bolden. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Looking deep for Adams. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Devontae Adams, 44 yards. And the Raiders get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. It's a squibber picked up around the... Now a hit and a loose football. And the Raiders pick it up. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Well, those backups on the sideline, they got to be eagerly anticipating the 4th quarter upcoming. Look at the size of the lead, how they're moving the football. This defense really struggling and giving up plays like we just saw.
Yeah, Stars have certainly done all they've needed to in this one, haven't they? But my question is, will he be able to resist the urge to continue to run things up a bit and get his main guys a few bonus stats before he calls them off the field?
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Carr now to throw. The left side throw complete to Adams. Touchdown! A pair of teammates at Fresno State connecting there. Derek Carr to Devontae Adams. And the Raiders just continue to roll. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And out now come the Vikings.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
His throw incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Throwing is Cousins. And the Raiders have got him. Chandler Jones, one of the best athletes to ever come out of Rochester, New York, in for the sack.
And here's Ryan Wright now
as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that.
He's got a man, complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Devontae Adams, 64 yards.
And the Raiders are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
And oh, it's wide right. No good.
Just one more quarter remains in the Super Bowl 57 from Glendale.
We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Those Super Bowl hopes that they had really dwindling now here in the fourth quarter. That NFC crown that they got 2 weeks ago seems like a distant memory as they have been outplayed tonight.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On 2nd and 10, Cousins. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and now it's 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 49-yard line. Throwing, Cousins, looking middle, and it's incomplete.
He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there,
but it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Cousins throw complete to Thielen.
Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a contra, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
That'll be complete to Cook. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. To throw is Cousins. And his throw is incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Cousins gives way to Cook. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
And Brandon, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Forced out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Andrew Billings drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down. Joseph's got it, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Gets by him at the 25. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They run with Bolden. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. Room here to run. Oh, nice move. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Vikings' 32-yard line. 59 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Here's Bolden. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Jacobs going to try the middle. Credit Zadarius Smith able to get through and make that tackle for a loss.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
It's a jet sweep. This is Renfro. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. Now Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Adams. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. To throw his car. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. To throw, it's Carr. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well.
And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 41 yards. And the Vikings get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Joseph connects on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. And this has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching right now? Let's hope this one gets over fast, because this game well decided a long time ago.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Oh, he fakes a spike. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back in the 24. Jonathan Bullard collapses the pocket and drops him for a loss of 3. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. He'll be brought down short of the 15, but a really good move on the run. 122 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Jacobs. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Carr going to throw here. To the goal line again, but it's incomplete.
Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you could always get the backup some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you expressed that because you gave plenty of reasons why people like to do things. But ultimately, they just like to keep their foot on the gas, and they just want to tromp on teams. And what I like to see is, if you like to do that, how do you handle it when it comes back against you?
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they make.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
And how about this? Viva La...